everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another recipe. Today we are painting some fur and we are using this lovely Vanguard Hunter from the Fast Rider set for the Underworld, Warhammer Underworld's get box game. Now I'm going to be showing you how to paint in a really cool fur recipe. It's nice and simple to achieve and it looks really effective. So as per usual with these guys, they've been primed in Wraithbone, but you could do this just as well on Grey Seer, or even on top of Gorax White or White Scar, as it is about to become, or / is now. Future Josh, do something with that. So, regardless of the primer, the first colour we're going to be using is Skeleton Horde. We just want to get this all over. So, we're just going to grab a bunch of this on our brush, and we're just going to start painting it on there. And you want to make sure that you get this right into all of these recesses. But don't be afraid of having a little too much on your brush, because there's so many little areas for the contrast to run into. You can quite easily just move it around, and we're not looking for sort of super precision here. Obviously don't overload your brush too much, but ultimately we just want to get it on there. Just like that. So with that Skeleton Horde all applied, it's still a little bit wet, but that's okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to add in a pattern and a little bit of kind of darker areas to the fur. Now, you can either do this as kind of like a blend out, or you can do this, as I say, to draw some patterns. Now the two colours we're going to be using are Wyldwood and Black Templar. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a pattern on the cloak, just to give it a little bit of, well, just a little bit of visual interest. And the colour I'm going to be using first is Wyldwood. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw a kind of pattern that goes, I guess, maybe just across will work. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that Wyldwood and we're just going to start applying this over the top of our cloak, just like that. We'll go for a stripe there. I'm going to grab a little bit more Wyldwood. I'm going to go for another kind of stripe. Just going across here. Like that. And then we'll go for another one that kind of goes along the hem of the robe. Widen that one out just a little bit more. And we'll put a little bit of it up here as well. Then what we do is we wash the brush. Using a clean brush, we just at the kind of edges, we just kind of soften out that transition by just running into this brush over the top. Like that, and then you take a little bit of Black Templar and just inside our Wyldwood areas we add the Black Templar like that. Now, as mentioned, you could just do this as kind of like a blended effect that goes all the way from the top to the bottom, or you could do this from the bottom to the top, from side to side. Ultimately, you just want to go back to the pot each time. Add a little bit more of this to the bottom, like that. A little bit to the top. That's looking pretty good. However, I do just want to take a little bit more wildwood, take most of it off. I just want to kind of make this little area just a little bit taller. Like that. I'm going to wash the brush. And then I'm going to just smooth that out just a little bit. Like that. So with that done, I've actually got a couple more of examples here. So this is one that's just kind of slightly faded with a middle stripe going all the way down the cloak. And this one's got kind of a darker patch going out to a lighter patch at the bottom. As you can see, all using the same technique, but they all look very effective. This one though is my favorite by far. So what we're going to do now is we're going to finish it off. I'm going to finish it off by applying a dry brush. Now the dry brush we're going to apply is Screaming Skull. What we're going to do is we're going to take our small dry brush and we're just going to take a little tiny amount of this on the tip of the brush, sort of that sort of amount. And then on a bit of tissue paper, we're just going to wipe off most of it, working it into the bristles and onto the tissue paper, like that, until we get that kind of consistency. And then we're just going to very gently dry brush the Screaming Skull over the top. Of all of the fur. I've actually taken a little too much off there, so I'm going to grab a little bit more Screaming Skull. That should be perfect. Just like that. And so with that dry brush of Screaming Skull applied, as you can see, the cloak is finished, as are the other two examples that I showed off earlier. I really like doing this type of thing because it's just so quick and simple to do. As you can see, the video is only about 10 minutes long, so as a wonderful quick thing to get a really effective recipe, it's just fantastic. Really pleased with these, and I'm just going to do this for all my cloaks going forward. I think the applications for things like wolves as well, full furry animals, you can absolutely use this. Really cool. Really enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel, and you want to support me further like these legends and bosses on the screen before you, you can do so. Head to patreon.com/Warhipster or head to ko-fi.com/Warhipster. Alternatively, you can now become a YouTube channel member by heading to the channel page and clicking on the join button just here, exactly like these awesome folks have done. And if you just want to shoot me a little thanks just because you really love this video, you can click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.